chose up. They chose up. They chose up, echoing in my head.
Drink the coffee, it'll make you feel better.
Call me insensitive, but I really do think that we're raising what is possibly going to be the most entitled generation in history, especially the chicks. I've got a challenge for you. Take a wild guess at why this chick is crying online. Take a wild guess.
Every time someone chooses someone over me, that is what's echoing in my head. Is I'm just not good enough. They chose up. I'm not good enough because they chose up. I'm down and they chose up. And I don't give a fuck about what y'all say about me crying.
Okay.
I do what the fuck I want because this is my page. And I know there's somebody going through the same thing I'm going through or feeling the same way that I'm feeling. And so I'm being that person for them to let them know that you're not alone and this world is in.
Let me tell you something. If you're looking at this video and thinking to yourself, this chick looks familiar, it's because she is. This is yet the same chick who was crying because there was some crush she had at the gym who wouldn't give her the time of day, and she was upset and in love with this guy who she just couldn't get over. And there's something weird about like coming online and posting a crying video, gaining millions of views and 17+ K likes, and people validating your first world problems, that I don't think really plays well into the development of a lot of these young people.
Men and this is literally a minor inconvenience in my day. It hurts so much to breathe. Okay. I don't care.
By the way, this isn't the only video. People have tried to talk to her. They've tried to tell her like, hey, why are you getting online and crying for a man to this extent? You know, there's something unhealthy about you getting online and just like crying for a man. It just seems weird. Seems weird. Now, I know to a lot of you guys, all it takes is a chick to shed some tears, and now you're sitting there going, oh, whoa, well, let's hear her out. This isn't good. This is like the chick with this chick. If you don't remember this chick, it's her, right? The young girl, she's young too. She was in high school. And they had a rally. This is the same young lady who was running and hit another athlete in the head. And she got online and cried. And you know what they did? They held a rally for her. I think this also feeds, I don't want to call it narcissism because I think that's just like a go-to, but it definitely feeds entitlement for sure, because we all saw that video and it looked like she did that on purpose. I still stand on that.
We stand with you. That's why we're here. We stand with you. We support you.
Thank y'all for supporting me. Because nobody else wanted to hear my story except for people that know me. And people that know I would never do anything like that. I would never harm anybody. I'm not a fighter. I'm not even confrontational. I wouldn't even do that on purpose.
Like, how did this whole story turn into her? Notice how the real victim has kind of just vanished into the background. And in our society, now the person who cries the loudest, who can be the most emotional, you know, if you play that victim role, you're going to have people coming around marching for you, gathering. Oh, no, you're the victim. This could have really ended with like, hey, whether I meant it or not, I should have done that. It was wrong. End of story. Move on, right?
And I thank y'all for believing in me. And I love y'all.
My question is, what are you teaching the young minds who are going through this going forward? You're teaching them that if they show enough emotional manipulation, then people will believe what they have to say. This was the most uncomfortable video I saw of that young athlete, which came from the family. And they were here kind of justifying and doubling down on their stance.
Was true. The girl caused the accident, not on purpose. She, like I said, she wanted to win. She wanted to win. She cut my daughter off. In the process, she got injured. Like I said,
she cut my daughter off. She caused the accident. Are you guys listening to this, man? No one sees anything wrong with this. It's crazy.
We apologized before her getting hit, but we, like I said, she never meant that.
And we coached our children up until high school. We seen our children get bones broken and fractures and get fouled. And we had to, it hurts, trust me, but we're here to teach them a lesson as well. We have to teach them good sportsmanship, things of that nature. So it's funny, the person with probably the most sportsmanship, too much, I would say,
exactly,
is the one being looked at by the nation as an animal.
I have to acknowledge, I'm glad her parents are there. Before I was wondering, where are her parents? You gotta love parents, man. Someone could get locked up for egregious stuff, and mothers would come out of the woodworks, and sometimes the dad too would be like, my baby, you guys just don't know his heart, you know? You just don't know him. He said she has too much sportsmanship. I understand protecting his daughter, but man, just a little bit of accountability? Some?
Hey, you can check the facts and the records, and I invite you to come look at everything we have, and you will see it for yourself. And it won't take long for you to figure it out. We use, this baton this is lighter than a plastic cup. You understand what I'm saying? So I believe the allegations were a little hard.
Did he just say that baton is lighter than a plastic cup? That the hit wasn't that serious? This is crazy, bro.
This is lighter than a plastic cup. You understand what I'm saying? So I believe the allegations.
She's trying to hold back laughter. The family's to blame on this one. Just based on him saying that, he's been repeating that at home. Like, and you feel how light that was? It wasn't that bad. You can't take a hit. She couldn't take a hit.
A little harsh. Maybe if it was actually a skull fracture, then you talk about it. But the possible skull fracture makes things so much worse.
Incredible. Let's check out a few of these comments. This is crazy. Top comment says, no accountability at all. And she think it's cute. Look at her laughing. That's a thing. She's over there. Do you guys see what I mean? Like, this is all fun and games. And maybe they're sitting there going, well, we're going to stand with her daughter no matter what. Sometimes that isn't the right thing to do. Sometimes it's not the right thing to help the person hide the body. Extreme example, sometimes your family needs to drink a little bit of coffee. Regardless of your stance, to garner all the sympathy and tears is just raising up a generation of manipulative people. Goes on to say the whole household needs to learn what accountability and sportsmanship is. Somebody else here says, whole family of liars. Here's somebody else that says, not her smiling in the back, right? Here's somebody else that says that was nothing but pure jealousy. Another person here added, they making it worse for themselves at this point. Yeah. Somebody else says she did it on purpose. Yeah. A lesson to the wise, especially parents who are raising children. Remember that there are other people who are raising their kids to not do the right thing. Doesn't mean that you should stoop down to their level, but they should be aware of that. Because that's one thing that it took me a while to realize, even for myself, is that some people, you ask yourself, like, would that person really do that? Yes, they would. That's not being jaded. And it doesn't mean that you have to live in a state of negativity and consistent pessimism. No, that's not what I'm saying. Yes, life gets difficult. Life is harsh at times. But your kids do have to have a healthy understanding that there are just some people out here who are on some dirt. And they will cross that line. They'll cross lines. They will backstab you. They were raised up differently. They were taught to uphold a different set of values that may be extremely contradictory to what you know. And in that process, you shouldn't become someone who looks to make sure that you're effing people over and turn bitter. No. You just become aware. I personally believe without God, even in my own life, I definitely would have been a person who would have gone that direction. But you need to remind yourself, like, hey, that's how that person chooses to live their life. Those people are out here. Yes, young people need to know that people out here highly manipulative, and to not feel bad, to not get sucked into it. A lot of guys are going to get sucked into relationships with chicks who are highly emotionally manipulative. Imagine dating like a chick who's crying like this every time something goes bad. I'm not out here. She says she doesn't give an F, so let's talk about it, right? Think of breaking up with the chick like this. Take you forever. For a dude who's too soft, take him a while, right? The tears will always bring him back. Oh, she's threatening this. She's threatening to do that. She's He's got to know, hey, walk away from her. Emotionally unstable, walk away. And overall, this is a man's channel. You know I have a lot of women who also drink the coffee. Some of them don't like the coffee, but can't help but drink it. I get it. And that's who a lot of these messages are targeted to. But of course, women can pick up what they can from a lot of the content. And I appreciate you, also, especially the coffee drinkers. Listen, guys, till next time, I'm out. Peace.